man who would actually become one of the rulers of the Muslims was a man who carried on his own back a water jug when he was the ruler of an increasingly powerful government that would eventually rule in his lifetime Persia and the Byzantine. That this man, when he was asked by another companion why, as the prince of the believers, why he was carrying a water jug on his back, and he said, I looked at the Roman rulers and saw how arrogant they had become, and I was fearful that anything like that would enter my heart, so I wanted to do this as a practice to keep me humbled in the position that I have been entrusted with from my Lord. And he used to make it his practice to take this water and to actually give water to the poor people in Medina as a way, because this was a time they didn't have running water, so they had to bring water to their houses. So he actually would, as the ruler of the city and of a large system of government, he would actually serve the poorest elements of society in confirmed traditions as a way of breaking his own ego and preventing himself from becoming what he feared power might make him if he submitted to it and allowed that to take over. This is a man who, when Abu Bakr freed Bilal, that same slave, he said about that slave, he said, Abu Bakr is my master. And he freed another of my masters, Bilal, the Ethiopian. And so, this is something that we know has existed in human history. And there are many examples of human beings that were not driven by merely material concerns, by desires to exploit, by desires to get all they could for their own self-gratification, but human beings that were motivated by higher principles, by divine principles. And this is something that if you go back and just examine the book of Allah, which is the Quran, you will find these very meanings embodied in that book. You will find that in that book are the very principles that are so sorely needed by the current humanity in order to prevent it from continual disintegration and dissolution until nothing is left of our humanity. And may God grant you success in achieving what you will need in order, and what we all need in order to change our conditions.